Okay, here we are at part 4 of the BBC Marvin build. And again, things are just kind of stacked together. Nothing's hardwired. We've covered the body, arms, and head before, so let's kind of get that stuff out of the way. And just have them wired up to the battery pack for the photo op. Okay, so right now the body is sitting on top of an insert that I talked about. It'll slide up in there, and this is where I'm hoping the N20 dual right angle gear motor will sit. Again, I'm using the same one I've used in the other projects, rated at 30 RPMs. They're about at 3 volts, but I'm running at 4.5 volts. I'm using 3mm shafts to pin the back of the leg and then the front leg linkage. And the motor sits here in the shaft. There'll be cams that fit inside here, and that's what's going to hopefully make the thing walk. Now, I have had to kind of just guess at the position of that stuff. Until I have the motor, I can't put the cams in, and I can't really test it, so I can't be sure. But worst case is I'll have to remake these parts, the cam followers, so they can get the angle right. So when the motor's in the mid position, the legs are straight and not here and not here, and so on. Now you can see I did have to make the feet wider and taller, and I put in nice wide rollers. It's got the 4-wheel ratchets, all wheels ratchet, so it should be a good walker if that part works. And unfortunately I already glued the top shell, this top piece, in place. I don't know why I did, but I did. If I hadn't glued those in place, then I could show you the pins, because has to be the same spacing. Pins in the bottom for the leg part, and pins for the this front piece here. Leg linkage goes all the way down the hollow foot and comes up to the front, and pins. Everything has to be spaced the same, and they have to be the same length in order for these to stay level when they move. So I had to pass that through. The bottom plate holds the wheels. In this case, I'm just using some nails as the shaft on these wheels. And the actual ratchet piece, this is one piece that slides in and gets glued, forms a ratchet for the front and the rear wheel, and it's 3D printed. So I don't even have to come up with anything there, metal-wise. I'm sure we'll end up covering that again, either in a build video, or if I have to remake this part up here once the motors arrive. At that point, if I have to remake it, then I'll make sure that I shoot a video showing how the feet and legs and all that go together. As far as how they fit in here, it was like I was saying, I was hoping. I got the switch there. This is going to be the front, so it'll slide all the way to the front. And it will go in like that. And the only thing that's holding it up right now is this pin. Do that. There we go. Should go all the way in. The motor should fit depth-wise. I have some extra room here that if the motor is too far forward and hitting, well, this actually is towards the back, and let's say it's hitting the back of this battery thing, then I can hollow that out some and move the motor back further this way. But that would mean changing the angle of these cams. So I'm hoping everything will work out. So right now I'm just kind of waiting for the N20 motors to arrive. And like I say, because the price had gotten so much higher for the N20 motors on Amazon, this time I went ahead and ordered them from eBay. And I have no idea whether that's going to take longer to get here, or, you know, who knows. They haven't arrived yet, that's all I know.